Keep your blaster handy, the West is a dangerous place. Fight to survive as men turn to monsters and the dead rise on the Wild West Exodus Hub at beastsofwar.com. Venture into the dangerous dungeons of myth as a mighty hero and stand against the darkness. Visit the Myth Hub on beastsofwar.com and begin your story.
And hello again, we are back for more Conquering Kings of War with Rich from Mantic. Right.
Hi.
Rich, what we set up today is an unfortunate situation for you.
Yes.
I have a nice Shieldbreaker regiment heading across the ford straight towards your war machines. This is not a good day because as soon as that gets in there, that's going to start crushing them.
That is right.
How are you going to block this?
Well, the purpose of this particular episode is all about the legions.
Yes.
Which are monstrous units. So to give you an idea of the size of a legion.
Right.
There's your regiment of zombies.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. My Shieldbreakers can pretty much rock up, hit them, get through.
Tie you down a little bit.
Tie me down a little bit, but I'll still be fit to work my way through that. You know, they've got 15 attacks and a 15 nerve. That's not too bad to deal with. So
we've come across this before.
Yep.
This is a bit of a stand-in.
Yep.
But there's a horde. There's the horde, but we've seen before.
Yep.
Previously. It becomes a tar pit there, but you're still going to munch your way through that.
Well, it's up to 30 attacks and 22 nerves, so that's a bit more difficult to actually work my way through.
Yeah, and it's going to hold you up.
Yeah.
It's going to do well. Now, the Legion,
I'm
just going to pop another 20 on there. There's 60 zombies there.
That's a lot of real estate that's taken up.
Yeah. Now, from my point of view, if during setup, I had my zombies out there. Bear in mind, you do set up 12 inches from the middle, rather than some of the where here. So I would have been able to set up here. So there's plenty of room.
Yeah,
I could just leave that there. During setup.
You've basically completely blocked that flank. If I try and send my Shieldbreakers in, it's just going to be bounce, bounce, and you'll have enough attacks with 40 attacks coming back to actually muller them in a couple of turns.
It's going to take you down.
Yeah, it's going to take me down just for sheer weight of numbers, as any good zombie apocalypse we all know. As soon as the herd comes through, run or die and join them.
Yep. And like here, what I've done is I've set up some war machines here. We've got the Alliance still going on.
Oh, yeah.
With the Abyssal Dwarves.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm peppering you.
Yeah, you're just going to be dropping shells, stones, whatever you like on my head all day. So basically, this entire half of the table, I now have a big problem to actually get through.
Yeah.
Right, well, the Shieldbreakers I know aren't going to do it. If I'm going to try this, I think what I'm going to try, I might not be able to match him man for man, but if I set myself out a horde of Ironclad, it'll take me a bit of time to work through this, simply because you still outnumber me, and I'm not getting as many attacks as you, because my Ironclad horde are getting 25 attacks.
Yeah.
The problem is, your Legion is 190 points.
Pretty cheap.
Well, look at it this way. My Horde is 180 points. So for 10 extra points, you're getting a full extra base on there.
Yeah.
Yes, it's big. Yes, it's unwieldy, but it is a hell of a thing to try and work through.
They've got the Evil Dead rule. So every time they cause their wounds, they're getting one back.
Yep.
If I've done like I've done here, I stick a Necromancer there and it's upgraded.
Evil Dead is the army special rule,
That is the undead army special rule that I was forgetting a lot previously.
No, that's fair enough, because I was looking at the unit entry and I went, wait, Evil Dead, I don't see that here. I see Shambling, but not that, so I just wanted to double check.
Yep.
So
it's essentially, I could, if I'd set it up like this, I could take my Necromancer, I could use them elsewhere on the board.
Yeah, they could just sit there quite happily, work away through whatever I threw at it.
Exactly.
So it suddenly becomes a monster tar pit.
If I wanted to make it an offensive unit, pop a Necromancer in there. Yeah. Cheap as chips. Give him heal.
Yeah.
I'm going to munch across.
Yeah, basically you can walk forward, munch me, walk back.
Yeah. That flank, as far as in this particular setup, I'm kind of owning, which means I can do a proper
refuse
flank and send all this around and make the focus of my battle here where I want to bring it across.
Yeah, at which point, if I'm trying to hammer my way through that big, meaty, shiny unit, everything else is just going to come around the side of me.
And you could say, oh, I'll ignore it, but I could still start bringing it round and...
Yeah, it's shifting it into weird...
You've got to do something with it, but what? I think they're very tactical units, if used right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's a massive beat stick, though, with those 40 attacks. You know, I don't really think anything I have could really stand up too well to 40 attacks.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you're needing a 5-up to hit, but 40 dice needing 5-ups, that's a lot of attacks.
Yeah. And undead aren't the only ones that get legions. Goblins get legions.
Yeah, we've got the...
Ogres get legions.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, we've got the rabble infantry here. Their legion is even cheaper. It's 180 points. Gain 5-ups to hits. They have a little better armor and a 25-27 on nerves. So it's hard as hell to shift
and that's
these.
goblins, just to point out. That's a rabble is a goblin legion. Yeah,
just a legion of little guys with pointy sticks.
And they're sharp sticks, which is the goblin spearmen. You can have a legion of them. Then you're taking, that's a flanks.
Yeah.
Your cavalry aren't going to do anything.
Yeah, well, you see, that's the other thing I was thinking. Because, all right, let's actually run one on this.
Yeah.
Let's say I sent in this to attack head on.
Yep.
Let's see what we get, just for curiosity. So on the charge, I'm getting 25 attacks for my horde.
Yep.
So let's see. If I do 2 sets of 10 and 1 of 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's see what we get. The Ironclad need a 4-up to hit.
Yep.
So we got 5 from that.
Yep.
Should hopefully get another 4, so that's 9. A set of 5.
Yep.
See what we get. Oh, 1 dice went awry. 1 more, so that's 10 hits out of 25.
I've got a defense of 3. They're just zombies.
Yeah. So let's see what I get for this. Needing 3s. Ooh, that's actually not pretty good. But that's 9.
So it's putting them down to 9.
Yeah.
Still not wavering.
Yeah.
It's a bounce
back. Well, they don't waver.
No, they wouldn't. They would have. You know,
they're just standing there going, brains, Brian, all over. So I
would bounce back
an inch, and you would come in at me.
Yeah.
With your monstrous 40 attacks.
40 attacks. So
here's a set of 10 white.
There's a set of 10
black. And if you want to roll those twice.
Now, they're zombies. It's
5s.
5s. So it's going to be far easier to take out the ones that actually hit.
Yeah.
This is true Armstrong rolling.
Well, that's still 6. Or is it?
That's 7.
7 out of the 10.
Nope. 8.
8, okay. So that's 8 out of 20 so far. Same again.
Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So already you've done 5 extra hits on me.
Yep.
And then my Ironclads, you're going to need a 5-up to hurt them.
Yep.
So 5s to hurt.
Ooh. 3. That's a healthy amount.
So that's
7.
7. So 7 from that puts me... I'm not going to waver just yet.
But if that carries on...
Yeah, another round of that, I'm really going to start to feel the pain.
Yeah.
So what I might...
and don't forget, Evil Dead.
Oh, yes.
I would have reclaimed a wound.
Yep.
So
suddenly I'm having to work harder to get through you. That's ridiculously tough.
And it's just sitting there. And that's a whole flank owned. It's keeping these guys safe. And even in this position, I'm safe from flyers because you can't land within an inch. You can't move within an inch of these guys.
Oh, so even if I brought the Aloha in on an allied thing, I couldn't fly over and turn back into you. I would have to fly all the way over and then munch your way
through the 2 war machines to get to them again.
And by that stage, you've had time to send something else in.
Yeah. So they're a really nice tactical unit. You have to use them carefully because they're a big unit. They're not very maneuverable.
Yeah. But to actually take a lane and actually have it set up as a fire base that I can't get to, I mean, like, all right, let me try this then. Let's say I sent in my Brock Riders.
Yep.
Let's say I got them in on the charge.
Oh, they're meaty.
Well, it should be quite good because it's a regiment.
Yep.
So let me grab this. I think it's something silly like 25 or 26 attacks. 26 attacks. Okay.
Use your extra 5 and 1 more from me.
Yep.
Grab your 5 there as well.
Yep.
And that's a ton of dice.
Yeah, so this should be a little more enjoyable for me. So, oop, lost one. Thank you. So, Berserker Brock Riders needing 4s to hit.
Yep.
Yep. 1 or 2 have misbehaved. Okay,
that's pretty tasty.
That's missed. That's missed.
Hit.
That's missed. That's missed. I think the rest of that is hits.
Yeah, a couple of 1s there.
Oh, whoops. Okay. So those are all hits.
And they got Thunderous Charge.
They do.
Yes, 2s.
So this should hopefully do a better lump to you.
Yeah.
Take out the 1. And that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that's a little better.
Yeah.
So what would that do to you for your nerve? So 15, you're down to 13. So can't break you yet.
Next turn.
Next turn.
Yep.
Although on the backswing to the Brock Riders, what would you do?
On the backswing.
Yeah. So you've got your 40 again.
Take 5 out.
Take 6 out.
Take 6 out, sorry.
Yeah, so
there we go, there's the 6 out. Let's have a look. What would I have done back to them?
Yeah.
5s to hit.
Yeah. Just to see if you could shift them to see if they could get that extra turn.
It's only 4, 5 that time. So that's 5.
Uh-huh.
That was better.
Mm-hmm. So 5 plus 6, 7, 8. So 5 plus 8 is 13 back at me.
13 back at you. What's their defense?
The Brock Riders are 4 plus.
4 plus. 13. So that's pretty healthy. Reroll a cocked.
Mm-hmm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So yeah, it's not going to take you out this turn.
Actually, my nerve is just dash 20.
Dash 20.
So I would have time with the Brock Riders to deal with this.
Yeah.
But it's still, my Brock Riders are tied up there and not dealing with something like, say, the Morax or the Gargoyles.
Yeah.
Because right now your Gargoyles could swing back in at me.
Yep, this is it. They're just going to sit there. Again, they give me some. They free up the rest of my army to do fun stuff with.
Yeah. The really annoying thing is, you see, if you sent something into the side of my Brock Riders and took them out, then I had to send something in to deal with the Gargoyles and left you on a flank on me. Yeah. Suddenly you've got 80 attacks.
Yes.
And if it's incredibly unlucky and you've done something monumentally stupid, you could have 120 attacks out of that.
Yeah, it would be difficult to get that because one of the rules of a charge is you must be able to fit. So if we took that example where we've survived, I charge these guys in.
Yep.
Now, if I took them out and another unit came in, you would actually be safe from these because I wouldn't be able to fit them in. Very important rule. I wouldn't be able to sort of just start fudging it around. Yeah. I can't get it in. I can't get it in. But if for whatever reason you did get a legion on your flank, you're in trouble.
That's a crusher. Yeah. That's a real crusher. And if a legion somehow managed to get, say, a war machine, you would move them up to base contact and just say, "Do you want to remove the war machine?" Yeah, we'll remove the war machine.
What's the point?
All right, I want to know how to beat these things, in a more effective manner. So guys, myself and Rich, we're going to move across to backstage on beastsofwar.com and we'll have a discussion on how to actually deal with legions in your games of Kings of War. So come across, join us, and we'll see you there. Even if they're starting to swing around the battlefield, like I said in a previous video, you can actually wind blast them between two buildings. So you have to start to do that zombie shuffle trying to get out of it. Yeah. Because moving forward, not a problem. Moving to the side, it's just...
Yeah.
It suddenly becomes a little more difficult. You can start to pin them down and trap them if you're clever with how you do stuff.
Exactly.
So it's big, it's scary, but there are ways to deal with it. Yeah. So
avoiding it's my favourite.
I don't know.
Stay away.
I don't know. I would throw in my cavalry to it.
It's time for 28mm World War II action. Will you recreate history or reshape it your way? On the Bolt Action Hub at beastsofwar.com. Progress comes to a world of magic as science and the arcane combine to make marvels. Meet steampunk inventors and orc mystics at the Volsung Hub on beastsofwar.com.